Madam Speaker, I rise today to recognize and congratulate Juso Young of Port Allegheny, Pennsylvania. Juso recently accepted a fully qualified appointment to the United States Military Academy in West Point, New York. Juso is the son of Ink and Andrew Young and the grandson of Pat and Paul Young of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. As a student at Port Allegheny High School, Young is active in the classroom and on the athletic field and on the stage. He is a senior class president, a member of the chorus, a varsity athlete in 2 sports, the captain of the varsity football team, and a member of the Keystone Boys Club. Outside of school, Juso is an active volunteer with the YMCA, earning him the Youth Volunteer of the Year Award. I'd like to thank Juso for his commitment and to service and wish him the very best of luck as he embarks on this exciting phase of life at West Point. Madam Speaker, I rise today to recognize and congratulate Avery Powell of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Avery recently accepted a fully qualified appointment to the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. Avery is the daughter of Melissa and Mark Powell, and she is the granddaughter of Margaret and David Young of Punxsutawney, Pa and Carol, and Gary Stonebreaker of Punxsutawney, PA. Avery is a senior at Punxsutawney Area High School, where she has excelled in and out of the classroom. As captain of the varsity basketball and softball teams, Avery is a strong leader. She also serves as senior class secretary and vice president of the National Honor Society. Avery is an outstanding young woman who excels academically and demonstrates strong leadership in our community. Her dedication and work ethic as a student will undoubtedly serve her well as she embarks on her military career at the United States Military Academy. Best wishes in Annapolis, Avery, and I look forward to seeing all that you achieve. Madam Speaker, I rise today to congratulate and recognize Corey Matajovich of Howard, Pennsylvania. Corey accepted a fully qualified appointment to the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Corey is a senior at Middletown Valley Academy. He is the son of Elizabeth and Todd Matajovich. He is the grandson of Marlene and Terry Matajovich of Johnstown, PA, and Judy Fredericks of Huntington Beach, California. Corey is a cadet colonel with the Civil Air Patrol. He is also a licensed private pilot, an Eagle Scout, and a member of the cross-country and swimming teams. Corey is also one of only 2,567 individuals to earn a Spats Award since its inception in 1964. Colonel Matovich's years of hard work, discipline, and leadership have exemplified the core values of the Civil Air and will serve him well at the Academy. Corey, thank you for your commitment to our nation, and best of luck in Colorado Springs. Mr. Speaker, it was an honor, or Madam Speaker, it was an honor to nominate these young students. Their dedication to serving our country is inspirational. I look forward to seeing their successes in the years to come. Thank you all again for your commitment to our nation. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my time.